This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here, and today we find ourselves way back to the late 1600s in Massachusetts. We're in our own little village here, and the villagers are just minding their own business, but you gotta watch out because there's some werewolves around that might be trying to take them out. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at Ultimate Werewolf Legacy. This is for 8 to 16 players. It's designed by Ted Alspach and co-designed by Rob Daviau. Ted is sort of the werewolf master, Rob Daviau is the legacy master who did Pandemic Legacy and things like that. So this is sort of a matching of these two skills. So this is a social deduction game that will change over the course. Now, this is just going to be a non-spoiler overview. Now, the game is coming out at Gen Con. I wanted to get info about the game and how it works to most of you before Gen Con, but I'm not going to do a review because I just have not played the game enough to be able to talk about it. But I do want you to know how it works, and I want you to know without spoiling anything. So that's what this video is for, so let's take a look. In general, Ultimate Werewolf is a social deduction game for larger groups, where some of the players are going to be on the villagers team, like villagers themselves, or maybe seers and maybe other roles come into play. And what they're trying to do is eliminate all the werewolves. The other players are going to be werewolves or other roles that are on the werewolves team. And they're going to get to see who they are, where nobody else will get to see who anybody is because their eyes will be closed. And each night, they're going to be able to wake up together and vote on one other person to eliminate. So each round, there's a day phase and a night phase, and players are going to be being eliminated, sometimes in the day phase, and then every night. So during the day, players are going to be talking, trying to figure out who is who, see who's lying, and somebody can nominate a player, and if they're secondly nominated by somebody else, then everybody will vote whether that player is going to be eliminated or not. If they are eliminated, they have a majority vote, they will leave the game. It has player elimination, and that player's role will be showed to everybody that's in the game. If nobody has been eliminated during the day, after a certain amount of time, you then go to the night phase. And in the night, the werewolves will wake up, see each other, and they will secretly point at which person is going to be eliminated. And then in the morning, the moderator, who is running the game and not an active participant in the actual game itself, but actually running it, they will tell everybody who was eliminated at night, and that player will get eliminated, but their role card will not be shown. Now, even with this very basic set of roles, the seer has a special ability where at night, they're able to point at one of the players, and the moderator will secretly tell them if that player is a werewolf or not. But this continues to go on every night and every morning until either all of the werewolf players or people on that werewolf team are eliminated, or if the amount of people on the village team equals or is less than the amount of people on the werewolf team, then the werewolves will win. Now, Ultimate Werewolf Legacy has tons of role cards that will be unlocked at certain points throughout the game. Now, the game comes with a really awesome, huge and heavy and well-produced diary. Now, this is going to walk you through all of the different games and chapters. However, only the moderator that is running the game should be reading the diary because this is a legacy game, and things and choices that you make throughout the game will cause things to unlock and allow the game to be different every time you play it. Now, the pages in this are very thick. They have sort of this little gold edge here on the edges like this. It's very nice. Now, first you'll go through a preface, which essentially is one game, and each game can last between 30 or 60 minutes depending on how many players you have there. Then each chapter will have an interlude. Now, this interlude will have certain things that happen and choices that might be made by the group that will change how this entire chapter will play. Now, each chapter has 3 sessions, and each session is one game. For instance, Chapter 1 starts with 1689, called Suspicion, then goes to 1690, called Mystery, and then goes to 1691, Undone. Now, those are 3 completely different games, each taken between 30 or 60 minutes. Now, it's recommended that the moderator runs all 3 sessions of a specific chapter because they'll need to read through them ahead of time to see what twists are coming to be prepared for them. You can split up these different sessions within a chapter to different nights, but it's recommended that you play through all 3 sessions of a chapter in one night. Now you can even change players within chapters between different sessions, but the richest experience is to play through the entire chapter, which is 3 sessions, all with the same players. Now there's a total of 5 chapters, and as I mentioned, each chapter has 3 sessions, so it's a total of 15 games. If you add the preface, a total of 16 games that you'll play through. Now these sessions are something like an episode in a TV series, each one building on the last, and because of this you'll have a unique play experience and can run through the entire campaign multiple times with entirely different consequences and results. And when you get to the end of those 16 sessions, you can purchase an Ultimate Werewolf Legacy replay pack, which gives you a whole new brand new diary and some other cards that will allow you to replay the game. Now there's also a reference guide that you don't read until you're actually looking something specific up on tokens or rolls or things like that. There's also some other very basic things that are different in this one that I'm not even going to go over because I really want as much to this to be a surprise as possible, but this is just the basics of how the game works. Well, I hope this helped you sort of understand how the game works, how many players, how does it work, how does the chapters and the different sessions work, the moderation, things like that, how do things come out without spoiling things. And I hope this answered a lot of your questions. If you have any more, you can leave them as comments. And I hope it's sometime in the near future after Gen Con, I'll be able to do a review or at least the first impressions after playing through the first handful of sessions or maybe even the first couple chapters, which is going to be about 6 or 7 games. So hopefully I'll be back sometime soon to tell you what I think, but this hopefully will give you enough information heading into Gen Con to see if it's one you're going to want to check out or not. This has been the Game Boy Geek, helping you find and enjoy the next board game you'll love.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.